So in this video, I'm just going to high level talk about the 4 things for filter your focus, but then make sure you come back for the rest of the series as we'll be breaking down each one. So get your pen and paper out and then see which videos you need to come back and watch for So welcome back to my channel, Outsource Mondays, where we talk about virtual business solutions for creators, entrepreneurs, and small business owners, where you can come and get your solutions so you can begin to love Mondays again in your business. All right, so today we are starting a new series called Filter Your Focus. I know a lot of times you hear people say find your niche or niche down, or the money is in the niching, right? But a lot of people don't understand what that means, or a lot of people, they're not sure yet what they want to focus on, so they don't really niche down at the beginning of their business. So I want to give you a different way to look at that versus just saying, find your niche or focus on your niche or niche down. So the new thing that we're going to talk about is filter your focus. And this is going to be the first video in a series of 5 videos where we're talking about filtering your focus, and I'm going to get into this video the 4 things that we're going to be breaking down across this series. So before I jump into the 4 things, let's talk about what I mean when I say filter your focus. All right, so we're talking about when you walk into the store, or when we're talking about filter your focus, when you walk into the store, you walk through the bread aisle, right? Look at the shelves of bread, right? How many different breads are there on that shelf? You have your white bread, you have your wheat bread, you have your rye bread, you have your sourdough bread, right? And then you have your specialty breads, which are your hot dog buns, your hamburger buns, whatever other kind of buns there are, the small buns, the Hawaiian rolls. You have all these different types of specialty breads. Think about that when it comes to your business. Think about all the other brands that are out there that are focusing on specializing in one area. So when I say filter your focus, think about when you walk into the store, the type of bread that you're going to pick up, because you know the type of bread that you're going to pick up. You know the brand of bread that you're going to pick up. And if it doesn't have your brand of bread, if you're like me, if it doesn't have my brand of bread, I'm not getting any other type of bread, right? But for some people, if it doesn't have your brand of bread, you have your backup brand. So if that brand of bread is out, you can get the backup brand, but you prefer your brand of bread. So here's the thing with these companies, all these bread companies, they're not worrying about the next person's bread, right? They're not worrying about what the other person is putting in their bread. They're just focusing on what's in their bread. They know what their customers are going to buy. They know their customers are coming in looking for their bread every time. So they're going to make sure that their bread is right. They're not checking for the other breads, right? They're just focused on their own bread. So that's what I mean when I say filter your focus. When you walk into the grocery store and you're going to look for bread, you know exactly what type of bread that you're going to pick up. But here is another way to think about it when I say filter your focus. If you are going, it's summertime, right? It's getting hot. People are probably getting ready to go to the beaches. I don't know if I would advise going to these crowded beaches right now with what we have going on in the world, but hey, do your thing, right? So when you're going to the beaches and you want to go get your bathing suit, right? Where are you going to go? You're going to go to your website, whichever website you normally go to get a bathing suit. But that website probably sells more than just bathing suits, right? They sell all types of clothes. But when you go on that website, what are you going to do, right? The first place you're going to go is that filter box that they have usually on the right side, and you're going to filter down. I don't want to see all the clothes. I don't want to see all the pants. I don't want to see all the socks. All I want to see is bathing suits, right? And then you know your preference. Do you want to see a whole piece suit? Do you want to see a 2-piece suit, right? You know exactly what type of bathing suit that you like. Then you know the colors that you like. So you might even filter it down further to the colors. Or you might filter it down even further to, the brand. Maybe there's a special brand of bathing suits that you like. So when I'm telling you in this series to filter your focus, that's what I'm talking about. Filtering down your focus to especially the 4 things that we are going to talk about. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the 4 things. So in this video, I'm just going to high level talk about the 4 things for filter your focus, but then make sure you come back for the rest of the series as we'll be breaking down each one. So get your pen and paper out and then see which videos you need to come back and watch for filter your focus. So the first thing, when I say filter your focus, the first thing that I want you to think about is your brand's message. That's one of the first things that you need to focus on when you're filtering your focus. So forget about finding your niche. filter your focus on your brand message. So what is it that you want people to know about your brand when they come to your website, when they go to your social media, right? When they go to wherever you have like an online presence or even an offline presence. Filter your focus on your brand message. That's the first thing that we're going to talk about in our first video, right? The second thing that we're going to talk about is filter your focus on your target audience. Now, I'm definitely not saying that you can't have different tiers of audiences, and we're going to get into that when we talk about filtering your focus on your target audience. In that video, we'll talk about it more there. But definitely in the beginning, especially when you're starting your business, you need to filter your focus on one audience, right? The third thing that you need to filter your focus on is your social media. Filter your focus on social media. So that's the third thing that we're going to talk about when we break it down on how you're going to filter your focus. And then the final thing that I want you to filter your focus on is your products and or services. Whether you're developing products or you're developing services, I want you to filter your focus on what it is that you're going to be developing, whether it's your product or your service. But like I said, this is going to be a new video series, and I need you to watch it in order. You can't just jump from your brand message video to the social media video. You can't just jump from your the target audience video to your products and services video. You just need to watch each one of the videos because one is going to build on the other. So don't forget to come back and watch this video series. If you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe down below because you're not going to want to miss this. So forget finding your niche. Forget all that. If finding your niche is not something that's working for you right now, forget find your niche. I need you to filter your focus. So make sure you come back and watch this video series, and I'm going to do a quick rundown again of what it is we're talking about. Okay, so we're going to filter our focus on one. You're going to filter your focus on your brand message. Two, you're going to filter your focus on your target audience. 3, you're going to filter your focus on your social media. And then finally, we're going to filter your focus on the products and services that you are offering. So make sure you come back and watch the next video in this series, Filter Your Focus.